In school, I didn't, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, yeah, I'd like to be a dirty, filthy drug dealer and standover guy. No. But my life became that. That was the reality of what my life had become. I didn't think when I touched those drugs that I'd end up down here. And I thought, I've got to do something. So I booked myself into a rehab down on the Gold Coast, and I did 9 months in that rehab. And I finished the program and I was still empty. I thought, I'm clean now, but what now? Like, I didn't have a life. Like, that life was so hectic, and I found purpose in that life. I was a bit of a celebrity. Legend in my own lunchbox. Right? But I found the purpose. When I got out of rehab, I had no purpose. I had no identity. I didn't know who I was. And I was hanging on by my fingertips not to use my drug of choice. So I started to go to NA meetings. Started to go to AA meetings, thinking maybe they got some answer, some miracle thing here. And they said, you got to get a sponsor. And I thought, nah, F that, I'm not getting a sponsor. Me being the arrogant so I was, I'm not going to listen to them. Right? But I read the steps on the wall and I thought that looks to me like a pathway to God. So I just went on my own little search for God. I went down to the Hare Krishnas and I'd have a little boogie and a free veggie meal with them. Right? But it was good, they were nice people, no doubt about it. They're nice people and they're very friendly and everything, but I just said, look, I'm looking for a real God. And you don't seem to have a real God here, so I'm going to keep searching. Tried to meditate. I got way too much ADD to meditate. That just caused me more anxiety. Because of my karate background, I went for the Eastern religions and all that kind of stuff. There was this chick at NA and she gave me this crystal, this little pink crystal. She goes, if you get anxiety, you just... And I thought she was kids, so I thought that's a point of contact. I'll take the crystal. And I'm rubbing this pink crystal when I got anxiety. I nearly rubbed my fingerprint off. I'm like, that doesn't work. That's just a rock, and threw it away, So, but I was on the search. You hear me? I was on the search. I was looking. I needed something. All my life, I had been looking for something. All my life, I had been empty, and I've been looking. It didn't matter what I had. It never filled the hole. And a friend of mine, he invited me to church. He invited me to church one day. And he said, you should come to church. And I said, what do I want to go to church for? He goes, well, you're looking for God, aren't you? I said, God's not in church, man. I've been to Catholic church, stand up, sit down, look at the stained glass windows. God's not in church. No. I've found God in church. And he goes, oh, what are you scared? I said, what? I'm not scared of anything, man. He goes, no, you're scared to come to church. I said, no. All right, I'll go. Got me on my ego. Anyway, so I went to church. And oh my goodness. I walked into this Pentecostal church, this happy, clappy, holy roly church in the midst of what they call a revival. And like there was this one lady, she'd walk in like this. She was about 70 years old. She'd walk in like this. Woo! 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 People are dancing around and they're clapping and I'm thinking, I used to stand up the back like this. And I remember thinking, how are these people so happy? They must be on something. It looks like they're on something. Definitely looks like they're on something. Maybe they're releasing something through the air conditioners. I thought, I hope I get it. But I never got it. Anyway, so I thought at least it's entertaining, I'll look around and think, look at this freak over here, look at that weirdo over there. I didn't feel anything. I didn't meet God or anything. But you know what happened is my week was better after being in church. I couldn't work it out. I was always doing this process of elimination, trying to work it out. And I actually worked out the only thing I did different that day was I went to church and that week, right? And so I went back to church like a good luck charm, okay? I kept going back every week until 6 weeks in, something different happened. It was a defining moment. I was standing up the back in my usual posture like this. I make sure nobody came near me. Larry, the overzealous greeter guy with his painted on smile, came near me one day and I said, "Back off, buddy, or I'll punch you in the face." And he did. Because I didn't want to know anybody. I was scared. Because I was upset and I was scared. No, I don't do it these days, buddy. This is before I got saved.
You go jump for that.
That's right.
You go jump for moves, you go crack in your head.
So I was standing there in my usual posture, and I felt this energy, this mad rush hit me from the top of my head down to the soles of my feet. And the way I best describe it, it's like liquid love hit me from the top of my head down the soles of my feet.
Awesome.
And I went, "What was that?" Like I literally looked around if anyone touched me. I thought, "What was that?" And I nudged the guy beside me. I said, "Do you feel that?" And he goes, "Feel what?" And I described the feeling to him. He said, "That's the Holy Spirit." And I went, "Well, how do I get more?" Me being the drug addict I was, all I wanted is more. I need more. How do I get more? Anyway, I was trying to work it out. I thought maybe if you clap, you get it. Maybe if you stick your hands up, you get it. I don't know. Jump on one leg, you get it. I was trying to work out the formula. I knew the formula, how to get drugs, ring the dealer, go, get on, pay the money and get on, But I didn't know how to get this new stuff, this Holy Spirit stuff, right? And I'll wrap it up in a sec. So I started doing my own research. I started asking people how they got it. I saw the pastor pushing people over up the front, or at least that's what I thought he was doing. And I'd kick him down, and I'd go, "Hey, what are you feeling and how'd you get it?" I was desperate. I need to know how you get this stuff. Anyway, after a while, I put two and two together. I worked out when you play the church music, the stuff comes. So I bought a little CD from the church, went home, put in my little CD player, push play, laid back on the floor, and I was getting hit with wave after wave of this presence, this Holy Spirit stuff, and I was like, "Man, this is mad. This is the best rush I've ever felt, and it's free. Yeah. And now I've got it on tap." So I just became a Holy Spirit dealer from there. I just became a Holy Spirit dealer. I went round and I started inviting people around to my house. Ended up with 15 people in my lounge room. I said, "I got stuff's better than stuff you're having," and went back to the rehab that I was volunteering. I said, "Look, I got stuff that doesn't come up on the drug test. Bring some people around," and I just had all these people in my lounge room, and I'd just go, "All right, well, here's the stuff," and push play, and I'd shut my eyes and hope for the best.